Hello, fiddling with my camera things. So, I'm in my car. Which Todd, the social media cowboy, will probably tell me off for. But you know, I'm in my car. So there you go. Who's coming to join me live? Anybody coming to join me live? Okay. Today I'm going to be talking about happiness. You could all have guessed that, really, couldn't you? You really could have guessed that I'm going to talk about happiness. So happiness is awesome, obviously. There we go. I've got someone watching. Hello, whoever you are. It's not telling me who you are, sorry. But hello. I'm going to talk about happiness today because I talk about happiness all the time, okay? But particularly today, I want to know if you know what your happiness is. What does happiness mean to you? What is happiness for you? Have you actually ever sat down and worked out what happiness is for you? Or is it this sort of ethereal thing, this sort of aspiration of happiness? Or have you actually ever sat down and thought, right, what does happiness mean for me? If I was happy, what would my life look like? If I was happy, how would I feel? If I was happy, who would I be with? If I was happy, what would I be doing? If I was happy, what would I work at? If I was happy, where would I live? How much money would I have? What would I drive? Have you ever actually defined it for yourself? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Defining your happiness for yourself. So for me, happiness is my husband and my 2 daughters. They're absolutely top of the list. It's me being with my husband and my 2 daughters. Happiness is me doing the work that I do because I properly love, in case you don't know and you haven't noticed, I properly love doing what I do. So that's part of my happiness definition, is working in schools. I'm sat outside a school at the moment that I'm working in today. That's part of my happiness. Running workshops in business is part of my happiness. Writing stuff for my happiness club members is part of my happiness. Doing lives like this is part of my happiness. Speaking at events is part of my happiness, because all of those things fulfill and satisfy me and thus add to my happiness. Okay, so that's there on my definition of happiness. What else makes me happy? Being comfortable financially is happiness for me. I have a hobby of singing. I like singing. So that's in my definition of happiness, having the time to pursue my hobbies and sing, because I like singing. One day I might even sing to you. You never even know. Hey, you don't know how lucky you could be. So that's there in mine. I love writing. Writing is happiness for me. So getting the opportunity to write, whether it's about happiness or something else, that's part of my happiness. I know all of these things because I have sat down at some point. It was a while ago now. I've sat down and I've worked out for myself what my happiness looks like, what I need to have in my life, what I need to be doing, the people I need around me in order for my life to be a happy one. I've worked that out. I've taken the time to do it. Now, a lot of the people that I know draw up goals and plans for their work, for their business life. But I don't know that many people that do it for their personal life. And actually, I heartily believe, as most of you know, I heartily believe that what we're all after at the end of the day, what is at the end of that rainbow for every single one of us, is happiness. A lot of people view happiness as a destination. Personally, I don't. I think happiness is in every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day of every single week of your life. It's not a destination for me, but it is something that you can define. It is something that you should define for yourself. Hi, Linda. How are you? Gorgeous. I'm talking about the definition of happiness, and I'm asking people whether they have ever actually sat down and defined in their mind for themselves what happiness is. I've just explained what my happiness looks like, the people that I have in my life, the things that I'm doing, the amount of money I have, the things I own, the place I live. All of those things have been defined in here for me. In the same way as someone sits down and sets business goals for themselves, I have sat down and set happiness goals for myself. I keep using the word defined because I can't think of another one. If anyone's got a thesaurus, please help me out. But I have defined what bits of my life, what parts of my life contribute to my happiness. And I actively pursue those parts of my life. So some of them are already in my life, some of them are aspirational. So the ones that I already have in my life, I know that they're the things that make me happy, so I pay them attention while they're in my life. And the things that are aspirational, I'm working towards. And I know where I'm going because I know what the picture looks like in here. They do, my darling. They do change your thought process. Life-threatening situations totally change your thought processes. They kind of force it. What I'm all about is trying to get people to think about these things before they have the life-changing situation, because very often life-changing situations are not very nice. They're really just not very pleasant to experience. And I heartily believe you can help yourself avoid them. Oh God, can you see kids playing behind me? I'm in a school and I really shouldn't have children on my Facebook, should I? Whoops. Sorry, I didn't realise you could see them behind me. Anyway, I'm working in a school today. That's why I'm sitting in my car. So Graham Todd would kill me. I just called you Graham Todd. I'm so sorry. Todd, the social media cowboy, would kill me for being in my car and doing a live. But there you go. Tough bananas. Such is life. Anyway. Yes, I know it's nice, Faye. Can you hear them? I can hear them very clearly. Anyway, the point of this live is to really start getting you thinking about what happiness looks like for you, what your life as a happy life looks like for you. How does that look? I want you all to just take a minute today and think about it, and think about what needs to be there, what you want to be there, what you're working towards. Not just in terms of your business. As I say, I know a lot of self-employed people, and a lot of self-employed people will set goals for business. I want you to set them for your happiness, okay? Define the things you already have in your life that make you happy, and the things that you would like in your life that would make you happy. This is one of the techniques that I am going to use. This is one of the exercises that I'm going to be teaching on my happiness retreat, which is happening on the 28th, 29th of October this year at the beautiful Shrigley Hall in Cheshire. I properly can't wait, because I don't think enough people sit down and pay attention to this stuff. And on the retreat, you will get the chance to sit down and pay attention, to define this stuff for yourself. It's such an invaluable exercise to do. Such an invaluable exercise to do, to pinpoint for yourself what makes you happy. To know what's already in your life that makes you happy, to know that, to have that knowledge instead of just walking past all this stuff with blinkers on every day, to pay attention to it now, and to know what you want to get, what you still aspire to having in order to help you maintain that happiness. That is one of the exercises, just one, that I will be doing on this happiness retreat with the people that join me. And I can't wait, because I don't think enough people do this. I don't think enough people sit down and actually work it out for themselves. We all have a vague idea of what's going to make us happy, or when we'll be happy. When I've got this, I'll be happy. When I do that, I'll be happy, blah, blah. We have a vague idea of it. But I want people to get a concrete picture, a firm, clear, lovely, gorgeous picture in their heads of all the stuff that is happiness for them. And what's happiness for me might not be happiness for you. So it's entirely personal. And that's one of the things I'm going to help you do on my retreat, is work out what it is for you. So come join me on my retreat. Come join me in my happiness club. The club, we work on this stuff every single day. We do this kind of thing every single day in the club. So come join me in the club. And if you fancy 24 hours with me, finding out what makes you happy and learning how to work towards it, oh my word, come join me on my retreat. Thank you so much for joining me live. I'm going back into that school now to teach more children how to be even happier than children naturally are. Why do we lose that as we grow older? I just don't know. That's my mission in life, to help people hold on to that. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. I'll probably do another one of these next week. Who knows? Take care. Bye.